Buckle the fuck up. The Pod Warriors have a new song. I think you want to hear it.
Hey, did you see what John said about raping someone's 14-year-old daughter? Joe Campbell. Okay, that's weird, but did you see Craig being creepy towards women with so much evidence? Joe Campbell. Stop deflecting from the truth about Austin Foreman cheating on his old lady. Joe Campbell. Are you saying that everything else is fine because of your dislike of us and Joe Campbell? Saying it's none of our business and to simply change the channel. You say we're all pedos because we're associated with Joe Campbell. Tell me a time where Charles and I defended him to the panel. How many times do we have to be right? Remember Brian Carlson, the response was Joe Campbell. Spare me the false outrage, you simply don't want to hear it. But Joe Campbell, motherfucker, are you saying that everything else is fine because of your dislike of us and Joe Campbell? Saying it's none of our business and to simply change the channel. You say we're all pedos because we're associated with Joe Campbell. Tell me a time where Charles and I defended him to the panel. To the panel. Everything else is fine because of Joe Campbell. Joe Campbell, Joe Campbell, Joe Campbell. Never did we stand up for Joe Campbell. So you overlook everything else and focus on Joe Campbell. But Joe Campbell, Shane shows his face. He's no saint, but you have no trace. But Joe Campbell, Pod Warriors say mean things and you say fuck Joe Campbell.
Just blame Joe Campbell. Blame him.
The ending is the best part.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's okay. That's just my favorite part of the lyrics, where it's like, the Pod Warriors say mean things, but fuck Joe Campbell.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I mean, I think Joe. I think he was a good sport about it. I think he took it pretty well.
I mean, he does. He does. I think Joe Campbell is going to Joe Campbell. John DeFrank is going to John DeFrank.
Yeah.
So I had a conversation with Craig today. First of all, it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people in the chat. Danny, welcome.
Madam Texas Patriot,
welcome. We're not even friends. No, I love you.
Word.
I had a conversation. Well, okay. Before we even get into that, we can get into all that kind of stuff. How was the river, dude?
Dude, I'm exhausted, dude. Like it's
that shit will zap it out of you. The sun will zap it out of you.
Well, that's the fortunate thing. The sun wasn't beating down. It was kind of cloudy, but it was humid. And then like you get parts of the river where it's it's really shallow, so you're really having to stand up and trying to get through it. Yeah, it took about 3.5 hours. Debbie's shoe broke, so I had to give her my shoes. No. So I couldn't really walk on the rock, so I had to pretty much like just kind of.
He was like a rolling, like he was like rolling over, like just like rolling.
Yeah. So needless to say, I'm exhausted, but I did pregame while on the river, so feeling pretty good.
You have to. Yeah. What was the drink of choice?
We actually had a couple of Smirnoffs, and then we had a few of these shots, the deep eddies.
and tell him what you did before we even got
Oh yeah,
there.
well I had a Miller Lite. I had a big tall boy of Miller Lite, and it fell on the ground and it spewed all over me.
No, fuck that.
So you lost the beer.
Lost one of my beers.
Debbie, Karen says hi.
Karen says hi. There you go.
Hi.
She says hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I think it's imperative that you drink when you're on the river.
So she wants to do a shot. You want to do a shot right now?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. All right, ready? Cheers.
Fuck. I didn't get any shots.
Let's do shots.
Let's do shot.
Chris Farley. Oh, do I need to be Chris Farley?
Fuck off.
Put the band down by the river.
I was in a canoe down by the river.
Live in a band down by
Hey,
the
did you happen to upload or the new song that I posted about like us, the Pod Warriors, or no?
No, but I can.
Yeah.
Realistically, I just got to send it to the email. I did not upload that, but I can.
Okay, that's fine.
I can. If you want me to take a couple minutes, I'll do that. Whatever. But I had a conversation with you. Do you want me to do that before I get into that?
Talk about Craig. No, we talk about Craig first.
I had a conversation with Craig today, and every time I have a conversation with Craig, it's weird, right? Because he comes to me and he tells me certain things, and I'm just like, okay, like this is a one-on-one conversation between the two of us, bro. I'm not involving anyone else, but when you're a part of something or when I'm a part of something, like that's the correlation between the two conversations. So I'm like, how are you okay with this? Not going to speak about it because it's not something I want to talk about. But I asked him a question, and the man goes, "You sit with Joe Campbell."
It's always the go-to.
And I'm just like, Craig, like I'm asking you a question man to man. Like I have no idea why we always want to talk about who people's friends are. That's not what I'm not even questioning you about who you're friends with. I'm asking you what makes this okay, whatever. And he goes into like deflecting and talking about who I'm friends with and who I'm not friends with and blah, 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 blah. So I had a conversation with him and I said, okay, Craig, I need to ask you a question, an honest question, a serious question. Would you seriously allow Grace or your children to be in a room alone with John DeFrank? And he said, yeah. He said, yeah, I would. Because I know him personally and I talked to him.
Of course it would. But hey, would you allow your kids around Craig though? That's the other question.
No, I wouldn't.
So well, there you go.
No, I wouldn't. No offense to like anyone, like to anyone. There's only probably like 5 people that I've met on the app that I would. I've never met half of these people in person. Yeah. First of all,
right.
So like, no, I I wouldn't. It's no offense, but when you go around talking like John does online, just to women, children, or whatever, like you would feel comfortable. I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
My love. I don't. I wouldn't. And it's not. It's. I don't know anyone that would. That's creepy to me. But I did tell him. I was like, realistically, you kind of do that because the two of you are alike. And then it went into a whole different conversation. And then anytime like I prove the guy wrong or I talk to him or whatever, it legitimately turns into he challenges me to a fight or he just wants to belittle or talk bad about Liz. And I'm just like, okay, bro. Like, first of all, Craig, I seriously would fuck you up. You're like 60 years old. you don't move the same, bro. But then like, I don't understand people's support. I don't want to necessarily make this all about John or Craig or whatever, but the whole purpose behind it is you talk like he talks online, and you could literally say that you would be comfortable allowing your children to be around the man. I don't trust anything that comes out of that man's mouth. But then what's weird is anyone that says something to like me personally or whatever, it's like, what have I supported? What have I supported? What have I not supported? Okay. I wasn't in Brittany's videos because Craig talks to me about this all the time, where he's like, Brittany talked about my child or whatever who has several mental illnesses. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, I don't agree with that, Craig. Sorry, I wasn't privy to that. I wasn't party to that. I didn't laugh in the comments. I didn't share. I didn't like. I didn't repost the video. I didn't know she did that. I give you that. That's bad. I don't like that. I don't support that. Okay. However, you were sitting in a live while the man threatened to kill a child. You didn't say anything. Yeah, Charles, but you sit with Joe Campbell. Craig,
Okay.
are you listening? Are you listening? That's not what I'm even talking about.
And I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but everything we've seen done by John, Craig, Austin, and people are like gloss over that and direct it back to Joe Campbell. You've exonerated anything he's ever done on the app.
Fair.
Because you're not actually outraged by his actions. I've never gone on the app and defended Joe Campbell for anything he's done. Never.
It's been quite the opposite. Do I
yeah.
hate the guy? Do I hate the guy? No. But I tell him all the time, like, bro. So when he put Austin's phone number in a podcast that I was in, I was like, that's a fucked up move. You have my phone number.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't support that.
Yeah.
That type of stuff. He knows where I stand. I know where I stand. Yeah. It is what it is.
And me and him weren't mutuals for a while. And that's just that was my own personal thing. Because I didn't agree with some of the stuff he did. But some of the things I'm seeing now, and they deflect back to him. Okay, so you were never actually outraged by Joe Campbell's what he's done. It's because you didn't like him. It's because if like Craig or John or whoever does it and you like them, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
I stand where I never agreed with doxing. I don't know, like whether Joe has or not. That's not important now, but I guess he has. I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with it now. So but they would be okay with it if they like them. That's the whole point of what I'm getting at. You're not really mad about it. You didn't like the person. So now it's happening with one of your friends. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm going to respond to that, but before I just want to add, like, I cannot go and say, Joe Campbell, you're a terrible fucking human being. There's a reason why I cannot. Because they always throw in my face where he like talked about taking a baseball bat to some lady or whatever. I don't remember who it was. That's beside the point. It doesn't matter. I can't come at Joe and talk bad about that. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm just laughing at the reality of the situation. I cannot go at Joe and call him out and be like, bro, you're a scumbag. Because my actions on the app, specifically towards another creator that happens to be a lady, things that I've said, things that I've done, there is no excuse for it. It's not an excusable behavior. It's not okay for somebody like Charles to get on TikTok and bring up somebody's sexual assault. It's not okay for Charles to get on a podcast like this one and tell a lady to take a whole bottle of pills and hang from a tree. It's not okay. It's not okay. We're all humans. People make mistakes. I'm not any better or any worse than anyone. Would never claim to be. I think everyone that goes after people and does the whole call out culture and they do that kind of thing, you are going to get a response that you're not going to like.
Yeah.
Joe Campbell's guilty of that. Charles is guilty of that. John is even guilty of that. I get it. I acknowledge it. None of it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm better or worse. I would never do that. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't.
I'm glad you brought up Jaxie. You brought up Army Sam because here's the thing. There's a reason why she's involved or in this skit because some of her own closest friends turned their backs on her.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm here for it because she runs her mouth 24/7. She's also the one that tried to claim that Mel, because she's still running with that lie, that she was unalived by people on the internet when her own husband said she took her life because of her cancer. It's been done, said.
Yeah.
But she wanted so bad to be that, so that way she could turn it into, oh, these people are evil, because what else has she got?
Yep.
And then it turned into, oh, now they're coming after Lizzie. Lizzie's going to unalive herself. They tried to do that to where there had to be a victim in somewhere. And
Yeah,
Lizzie is in the biggest part of the drama talk ever. So if they were actually concerned about her mental health, she wouldn't be involved in drama talk and they wouldn't keep bringing it up.
No, her friends wouldn't enable the behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm not Butters calls me out whenever I do terrible shit all the time. Okay, first of all. Second of all, that's how Butters and I met. I was doing some fucked up shit. I said some fucked up shit. He was right, but I was also right, but I was wrong in what I did and what I said. I was trying to protect my family at the time, but he was right in what he was saying about me. And that's just the reality. That is what it is. I understand that hotheads exist. I understand that words are just words. They're going to hurt people's feelings. They're going to do whatever, right? But some people put meaning behind those words and they never apologize or take accountability for their actions. I'm not giving me a pass. Just because I apologize and I took some accountability doesn't mean that I'm a changed human being because I seemingly have this pattern of behavior. I keep doing it over and over and over again, just with a different target. I'm not giving myself a pass. But what I will say is if I am coming at a creator like Craig, as an example, like we were just talking about, and I'm asking you a simple question, I don't give a fuck what Joe Campbell did. I'm asking you what makes it okay to threaten the life of a child while you're sitting party to that. Like that's kind of.
But Joe Campbell 3 years ago did this.
Yeah, Joe Campbell said this. Joe Campbell did that. Joe is this. Joe is that. Whatever. That is weird behavior, and it's totally a situation where you could just like sweep it all under the rug.
Yeah.
Jaxie, there is no end game with Craig. Like, because I don't hate the guy, love the guy, whatever. I would not go around the internet calling the guy a rapist because that's weird. There's no proof or evidence that he's a rapist. I wouldn't necessarily consider
evidence of being creepy for sure.
Definitely that. He's definitely that. He's definitely a verbally abusive, mentally abusive man. He's threatened physical abuse. He's even admitted to me that what he did was wrong, blah, 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 whenever he talked to Grace, however he did, and said things like, I understand that what I did was verbal abuse, but it's not verbal abuse because I don't have a repetitive nature. Verbal abuse isn't something that only happens once. It's something that happens multiple times over and over and over and over and over again. Not true, Craig. Not true. And I made a post like on TikTok and like I alluded to the fact that I was talking to Craig and I said mental abuse and emotional abuse is the same thing as physical abuse on the mind, that's because it is. I was not comparing which one's worse. Scars, bruises, they all go away. I understand that. Physical abuse can go away. So I understand the emotional, mental abuse is worse, in my opinion, than physical abuse. But they are all the same. They're all the same. They're still abuse. They still have the same react. They still bear the same trauma, and they still bear the same responses that a person is going to have. And it's not okay. It's not okay to go around doing what I did. First of all, mocking someone for having gone through it. It's not okay. It's never going to be okay. It's not okay when they do it. It's not okay when I do it. I don't think that anything is okay. But to go around making excuses for friends or making excuses for Charles or anything like that, and then flipping the script and going, Joe Campbell this, Joe Campbell that, Joe Campbell blah, 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 blah. That is weird fucking behavior. And it is somebody that absolutely dodges accountability. Yeah. That's my opinion. It's always going to be my opinion.
Yeah. It's just.
Can you send me the video? Was it a video of the song?
I mean, I can send it in video form. Yeah.
Yeah. Just send it to my email.
Okay.
Or just send it to my text, whatever.
Send it to text.
And then I'll just send it to me through text.
Yeah,
and I'll upload it. And I'll upload it. I don't give myself a pass. I don't give myself a pass. I have a shitty attitude. I respond negatively to when people are talking about CSA. I'm always going to. It's not okay when Charles goes on there and talks shit about another woman that has gone through it. It's not okay. It's not okay. I don't get a pass. I'm not inexcusable. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but I am. I acknowledge that.
We've all been hypocrites, but we've all been hypocrites. I have.
True. But it's not. It's not.
Plenty of times.
It's not okay. But however, I'm not saying that there's a difference in it. I guess it's going to sound like I'm giving myself a pass or an excuse. What I'm saying is, if it's not okay for Charles to do it, then why is it okay for your fucking friends to do it? And why do you give them an excuse? That's kind of what I mean.
What up? Well, that's just how it's always going to be, because it's okay when it's somebody you'd like.
Yeah, people pick and choose, apparently. Apparently on TikTok, people pick and choose which abuser they're going to support and which one they're going to call out. And they pick and choose which survivor or victim they're going to support and which survivor and victim they're going to call a liar. And that is fucking gross behavior. It's always going to be. Always.
Yeah.
You're never going to convince me that it's not.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Okay.
I am going to send it to myself and do the whole uploading thing. So I'll be looking weird at the camera while I'm on the other screen. Maybe I'll just turn my camera off. I'll just turn my camera off. Actually,
I remember you telling people while I was gone was because I donated a kidney.
Yeah.
It's good. That's all good. No, I was spending time with my kids. So
and then Butters goes, "Is Jarek okay? Is Jarek okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna upload this."
Yeah, I just spending time with the kiddos. So yeah, yeah, on the black market.
I'll keep my mic on, but I don't want to make weird faces. I don't want anybody screenshotting this. Go ahead. Tell your story. Tell your story. What were you doing while you were gone?
Roxy believed you.
I know she really did.
So the first, I've been gone. We didn't have. Well, you had one the first week, so I just picked them up to spend time with them, and then I believe was it the day of the next week I was taking them back. So yeah, they spent a week over here with me. My kid has 2 kidney transplants that Army fuckface Sam said I purposely tried to kill her. I don't know. Army Sam needs a mental psych evaluation. I invite her to come on here too, but she's just gonna come here and screen record and then be on her private account and talk shit because she can't do it with her whole ass chest. But she'd be like, yeah, they're the minions. The minions are talking about me. Yeah, your own friends turned their backs on you because, once again, you got caught in a lie. Shout out to Liz. Listen up. For playing the perfect version of Army Sam. Oh, she comes. I would love that. I would love that and close my eyes and try to determine which one is which. Who said it best? But Army Sam won't do it. She runs her mouth, and that's it. She will never come on a podcast. She'll never, because she'll just think, I stand up to the bullies. Perfect chance to do it now if you think I'm a bully. Go for it. I believe in Joe Campbell. I believe in Joe Campbell. But anyway. But yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like I said, that's part of the song we wrote into it. So, like, that's why I wrote that song.
So the video is processing. I want to add that I would like, I think a lot of things can be like settled through like conversations. Specifically like this, you don't even have to have them like publicly. Like if you don't want to come on a podcast or go on a TikTok live or whatever. But she
won't do it. Sam won't do it.
She won't. She won't. I always go in when I'm invited to another person's live or whatever.
Same.
I have no problem doing that.
I don't. I went on that 3 years ago when they're like, "You bully this person." You bully this person? You bully this person?
Yeah. I do not believe that other people like always love my responses or like the way that I act or conduct myself. Excuse me. A lot of the times though, like you're on TikTok, you're on a screen. Like what you say to me does not hurt my fucking feelings enough to go, now I'm gonna fucking flip out and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
So like you won't say it to my face, most likely. And if you did say it to my face, it would be a different conversation. We'd both probably scream at each other. Somebody might swing on the other one. All of that kind of stuff. Yeah. It is uploaded. So whenever you want me to play the new Pod Warriors theme song, I got you.
Let's drop it now. Let's do it.
All right. Dropping it right now. I think this is the one, hopefully.
Beer and boobs are so cool. Yeah, yeah. Beer and boobs are so cool, yeah, yeah. Pod Warriors! Here's a toast to the Pod Warriors podcast. Ain't no other motherfucker that can last. Charles and Jared pee on things and you say they're the bad guys, but they don't care, they will always be the guys you despise. Charles and Jared. Charles and Jared. Get fucked with a broomstick. Get fucked with a broomstick. Greatest kiss you ever did see. And for real, we're not gloating. Yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow. President and VP, you already know. Yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow. President and VP, you already know. Here's a toast to the Pod Warriors podcast. Ain't no other motherfucker that can last. Charles and Jerry pee on things and you say they're the bad guys, but they don't care, they will always be the guys you despise. Band Fam Reloaded, AFF, Misfit Mafia, Trap. yeah, glow, yeah, glow. President and VP, you already know, yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow, yeah, glow. President and VP, you already know. Here's a toast to the Pod Warriors podcast. Ain't no other motherfucker that can last. Charles and Jerry P on things, and you say they're the bad guys, but they don't care. They will always be the guys you despise. Oh my God, did you just say get fucked with a broomstick? Wow, you're threatening to sexually assault me? No, but you can take a Dr. Pepper can and shove it up your ass yourself.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yeah, bro.
Seriously though, we we're pretty good songwriters, dude.
I did not know how good I was until like AI was like, all right, we can take these lyrics and make them fucking work.
And I know it's AI. Like one of these days, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna try to sing. I'm gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not that confident, whether anybody chooses to believe it or not. I don't think that I have a great singing voice, but I'm gonna try.
But we sent songs back and forth to each other
that are legit.
Shit, I mean,
yeah,
I could send the others to you.
Well, I mean, you got to. We need to do some music videos. That's what we need to do. To be
honest. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to do a music video for this one, but I was like, I don't even have the time to do it. But it worked for the skit.
Yep.
Pull the fuck up. You can never say we never made fun of Joe Campbell. He took it like a sport. He took it like a good sport, though. You never say we never made fun of him.
He did. He even asked me. He was like, "Who did that? Who did that? You or Jarek?" And I was like, "Jarek did that. Jarek wrote the whole thing." And I was like, and it was funny as fuck. And he was like, "I fucking love it." And I was like, "You want the whole like audio clip of it?" And he's like, "Yes." I sent it to him, and he's like, dude, I'm using it.
You have to, Joe. You have to if you're watching. If you're watching.
And again, like it's weird. It's weird behavior. I am not responsible for what Joe Campbell does. Joe Campbell is not responsible for what I do, right? Stop
and we disagree. We have disagreed with some of the things he's done.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of just is what it is.
But here's the thing, though. What has he done lately besides just talking shit?
Okay, this is where I'm going to give him some credit.
Like we do.
This is where I'm going to give him some credit. I know nobody wants me to do that, but I am.
No, blame him. Blame him.
Yeah, the reality is everyone that Joe Campbell has ever done anything to, they went at him first, or they went at somebody that he loved, or they were privy or party to the fact that they were doxing somebody else. Joe Campbell is retaliating. If you don't want him to do that, stop your shit. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion.
That's what they're going to say to you. Like, stop your shit.
Right. I don't agree with throwing out pictures of people's homes or emails or whatever. I don't agree with it. Never going to. But like at the end of the day, you know what Joe Campbell's about. We also know what you're about. So if you're doing it and Joe's doing it, you're the same. Stop blaming Joe Campbell.
I mean, that's kind of an accurate statement there.
Yeah.
He's a fierce protector. Yes, he is.
I agree with that. Do I agree with everything he says? No.
That's what I'm getting at, is that they have excused everything they've excused everything they're mad at Joe Campbell for when someone else does it.
You're right.
Currently, that's what I'm getting at.
Currently, I've been going back and forth with multiple people that are pissed off at me for making prank phone calls.
And what were the prank calls about? I missed this shit.
I mean,
Who'd y'all even call?
I don't even know who all the people were that we've called, right? So I was like in a live with Montgomery Dodge. We were having fun. And we were like, you all want to do some prank phone calls? Yeah, we'll do some prank phone calls. So he was calling people that I thought he was friends with. Cool. I mean, I've done that. Whatever. We made 20 phone calls that night. And there was one person that got upset about it. I'm not going to talk about her because, like, my intention behind it was not to upset her. I made a public apology. I didn't make a video, but I apologized to her, right? Because we don't interact. Kind of is what it is. People still are talking about it. They were literally in a live just the other day talking about the prank phone calls.
Wait, so are they offended by Roy D. Mercer?
We sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Yeah,
in a
so
voicemail.
so I bet they love Roy D. Mercer and his prank phone calls and
Right.
and
But
prank
what I will say is, like, the other songs that they were singing, it was Hawk to a baby, do you know what?
Yeah.
So, okay, whatever. You can call it vulgar, you can call it whatever. We were just kind of having fun, right? It kind of just is what it is. I don't know. It is what it is. But these people are literally, they were upset that I made a video and I was like, videos about John, 0. Videos calling out Charles, 1. And I was like, they were like, why are you trying to make this about John? Why are you deflecting? I apologized. I took accountability. I apologized. Now there's 4 people, 5 people coming at me for this behavior, whatever I had apologized for. I'm not going to give you any extra apologies, first of all. Second of all, the reason I made that video, the whole reason behind the video was because I was in a live where I was arguing in the comments. They wouldn't let me up in the box, but I was in the comments and I was talking and I was like, how do you guys allow this behavior of one man? Because they were all in a live with John.
They're all scared of him. That's what they are.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't.
I think part of it is. I think part of it is.
I'm sure. I think all of it's weird behavior, but which I'll touch on after I explain. I was in a live. They were all in there. John said, Charles sent me a text message, and the text message was about SAing my daughter. And all of them on the panel, without asking for proof or evidence or anything like that, started questioning me about those text messages. I have John blocked and I've never texted him. The only time I did was on TikTok. He texted me on TikTok in the DMs and said, Joe Campbell, sorry, bro, that you're late. We talked about you a lot. We said some very terrible things. Don't rewatch the podcast. Do not rewatch the podcast. So he made these claims. They didn't ask for proof or evidence or whatever. They started questioning me about it. And I was like, what? Like, you guys are apparently advocates, survivors, all of these kind of things. Like, you guys are sitting here in a live with him. He's making a claim. I don't want you to throw out blind belief and go, I'm going to be on the side of Charles, but it's weird that you're questioning me about that. But then at the same time, you're more pissed off. People were coming into my comments and they were like, what you did on that prank call was worse than John calling the rapist of a fucking 12-year-old. My prank phone call to somebody that I didn't even know we were calling was worse than John getting online in front of all of you while you're laughing, and he's calling the rapist of a 12-year-old. I don't care if you hate Montgomery Dodge or love him. I don't care about any of that. That was wrong for what he did. And you're never going to be able to tell me that I'm wrong in that. Never. It's fucking weird behavior. It's gross behavior. It's always going to be gross behavior. So I made that video and they're like, you just wanted to deflect to John and not take accountability for what you did. I already took accountability.
What? Okay. What accountability did you need to take for a phone call? Break phone calls.
I don't know necessarily. However, at the same time, like, that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to hurt anybody by doing that. Was it immature? Probably. You can argue that. But at the same time, I apologized. And I meant my apology. I did not know who we were calling. I said, I'm sorry that's how you took it. I'm sorry. I will use my own experience through this to like make a better choice next time. But I apologized. Then they still talk about it. It was a month ago. Almost a month ago. It'll be a month ago next weekend. It was a month ago. And they're still talking about it. Like it was the worst fucking thing they've ever experienced in their entire life.
This is why.
Meanwhile, they're all in a box surrounding John. And this dude is like, this veteran, I will punch her in the fucking face and explode her whole face all over her body and there's be blood and everything. You guys are weird. You're advocates and survivors and whatever. You guys are weird.
Are any of them watching right now? I would love to talk to them right now. Like y'all, can we send the link in there? Can we send the link?
Yeah, of course.
How do we do that? Oh wait.
Share the link right over there above the chat. Share the link and you can send it. Of course, anybody can join for sure. But I mean, it's weird behavior, and I don't want people to turn on anyone. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not even what I'm trying. But just like, bro,
it's not what I'm saying. But it's like, what? Like what I did was worse than calling the rapist of a 12-year-old to tell them where they currently live. At the same time, the voicemail that you're leaving says, I hope you do it again.
Yeah.
And his response or like the shit that he said was like, well, I hung up as soon as the voicemail clicked. I hung up. It was a fake voicemail. That doesn't matter. You guys are supposed to be victims advocates. You guys are apparently victims yourself. You're survivors of CSA, domestic violence, SA, whatever. You guys are apparently supposed to be on the team of supporting one another. And you're allowing that because you hate Montgomery Dodge or you hate Charles. You're a weird fuck. You're always going to be a weird fuck, in my opinion. That's my opinion. It's always going to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Are you drinking Bush too?
Nope, I'm drinking Coors.
Coors?
Yeah, like it's always been like my go-to domestic.
Yeah.
Right? I like the Twin Peaks. I love the idea of two boobs, not just one. So I love Twin Peaks. Coors has always been there for me.
Cool, yeah. Ain't that right, baby?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, sure.
Shut the fuck up. No.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. Like, I'm not asking for gang mentality. I'm not asking for gang mentality. I don't care who goes after John, who doesn't go after John. But if you can look at me like Craig did and tell me that you would trust John in a room alone with your children, that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
They were in a live just I don't know, a couple nights ago, and they got into an argument over me. Like somebody mentioned my name and they were like, I like Charles or whatever. And then John was saying whatever he was wanting to, and then John said something negative about me, and then they got into a fight over it, and he blew up on them.
Yeah.
And then not only that, they kicked him. Great. You kicked him. He was talking shit about you guys. He was talking terrible about you guys. He was saying some off the wall shit. Of course, I can say it because we're on YouTube. He was talking about how none of you guys can find a dick to satisfy you in your relationships. That's why you're alone and all different kinds of things, right? They kick him. After they kicked him, they were like, all I've done is defend you, John. So if you want to come after me, I guess come after me. And then they were crying. They were crying in the live talking about, all I've done is defend him. And now he's going to come after me. Yeah, that's what the man shows you he's going to do.
Since we're on YouTube, I'll just say this: they're retarded. I hope that's a clip on TikTok. They're retarded.
Flat out 100% retarded. I stand by that. It's weird. It's weird.
And since it's Pride Month, they're being a bunch of faggots.
Faggots. I'm not trying to convince anyone. Be friendly with whoever you want to be. I don't care. Sit with John. Be friends with them. I don't care. That's not even what it's about for me. It's not even what it's about for me. I do not trust you if you can look at me and be like, I would trust John alone in a room with my sister, my mom, my whatever. If you think that John is a safe place, you are not an advocate. You're not a survivor. You can go fuck yourself, and you're fake as fuck.
And you're faggots.
And faggots. Get the fuck away from me. That's it. That's it. I don't want anything to do with you. That's just the truth.
I just want them to run with the narrative I'm homophobic for some reason, whatever.
Right. And then they go around going, Charles, you're crying about this man on the internet. No, I'm not. I'm not crying about him. John will never.
No one's crying.
John will never get in a car and travel from New Jersey to Cincinnati. He knows where I live. He's never going to do that. He's a bitch. He's always going to be a bitch. But the fact of the matter is, if you can sit there and entertain that verbiage that he puts out, that language, that dialect, whatever, if you can entertain that and laugh along with it or sit party to it, you are not an advocate. You are not somebody. He was talking about, that's what I wanted to bring up. He was talking about Angie, and he was saying some of the most off the wall shit about her.
Which Angie?
What's her flick the bean?
Oh,
whatever.
Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah.
So he was talking about her. He was calling her like a dyke and all different kinds of things. I know that a lot of people don't like that kind of language. I'm just saying what he was saying. He was calling her a dyke and like talking about how that wasn't the first dyke that I fought, and I would punch any of them in the face, and I actually fought 2 dykes and all different kinds of stuff, right? And it is what it is. I'm sure John has hit a lot of women in his past. I'm very sure of that, very certain of that. He gets online and he tells a story about how he was in an argument with one of his exes. He pushed her off the bed. They got into a fight. He pushed her off the bed. She fell down. She hit her head. And then he went to go after her on the ground. And it was so romantic that he fucked her. And that was the most romantic sex he's ever had in his entire life.
What the hell?
She had a goose egg on her head and everything. And I'm just sitting there going, Y'all are okay with that story, that version? He said that.
Was that consensual?
I don't know, but if you're going after Craig, if you guys are going after Craig for doing what he did, but you're okay with that story from John, like, you guys are fucking weird to me. Always going to be.
You're retarded. They're retarded. I won't keep saying it.
They're retarded. They're retarded. There ain't
I'm
any other
I'm
explanation.
giving everything sound clips, okay? You're retarded. You have no critical thinking skills.
There's not any other explanation that makes sense. Not a single one.
Don't use the R word and the F word. No, that's insensitive. What the fuck? Who fucking cares? If John can say off the wall shit, I'm going to say faggot and retarded all night long. Be false outrages on that one. Just saying.
Backs.
If John can threaten to rape a 14-year-old, I'm going to say faggot and retarded all night.
You know what the weird part of that is I posted those clips. I got those clips from somebody that doesn't like him, although they're friends right now. He talked about that. I got those clips from him. I posted those clips of him, and it started a whole thing. I posted those clips. The man said that he was like, I'm gonna ass fuck your daughter. And I'm sitting there going, okay, that's weird. So I called it out. We went live on Freedom Fam. I posted all those. He showed all those in full. He showed all the videos in full. They weren't edited. John was talking to that lady while his child was in the background. You can hear his child in the background, first of all.
You're speaking on his child. Oh my god. No, bitch. Like,
True.
Listen to what he's saying, people. Okay,
yeah, his child was in the background while he's talking to this woman, and he's talking about ass fucking her daughter. And I brought that to the internet. I wasn't the first one, no, but I brought that to the internet. John came to me, and his response was, Charles, you made up a story about a 4-year-old. The youngest child of the woman that is in that video is in between the ages of 12 and 14. And I'm sitting there going, so you made that comment about a 14-year-old? Bro, how is that okay? First of all. Second of all, who in the fuck is going around going, this is awesome, okay behavior? That's also true.
Liz said it good. There you go. Normalized speaking on parenting is not speaking on about someone's children.
No, it's not. I made a post, and it has happened. It came to fruition just like I thought that it would. I made a post because somebody made an account on TikTok, and it's the Dead to Franks, and it's spelled BED. I made a post to a picture that he keeps posting in like everyone's comments. This is what I find weird about the picture. Okay, they are outraged by the picture. It is in the comment section of their videos
that they post.
Why are you not deleting? Why are you not deleting it?
Because they posted it.
You're not deleting it, John, because you helped create that page. I would bet everything I have on it.
He posted it. He's the one that posted it.
He's the one that posted it. And it's weird. It's weird behavior. It's always going to be. But like, I made a post and I said, I don't agree with it, but they're going to blame it on me. They're going to blame that on me. John makes a video and he says, I know what you were doing, Charles. you responded to this video and made a video about this picture because you wanted your friends and everybody else to click on it so that they can see me holding my infant child.
You posted it.
You posted that, John. You were the one that created that fucking page. So in retaliation, what John did was he went to my ex's, my baby mama's Facebook page. He screenshotted all of that. He showed pictures of her home. He showed her Facebook page. And he was talking about like how he wishes my child would die from cancer.
That's fucking terrible.
Well, realistically, most of us are probably going to die from cancer. What he did is not
Buddy.
what he did is not going to intimidate me,
Yes.
nor is it going to. It's not going to intimidate me, and it's not going to be something that I'm going to be like, "Oh fuck, I better shut up."
No.
It's not going to. It's not going to do that.
How did he find that, by the way?
I don't know how he found it, but the reality is like he's done all sorts of like different things. Where he's already doxed all of my information and he's found me or whatever.
So was it
I'm
Army
sure.
Sam?
Huh?
Was it Army Sam?
I don't know. I can't verify. I don't know, but he found my Facebook, and I'm sure that's how he found it because like there's posts on there where me and the baby mama still share. I don't delete those. I don't delete some of those because those are moments that I share, not with my baby mama, but I don't have. Okay. Realistically, I'm going to be flat out honest. The baby mama took a lot of photos. When she took a lot of photos, she put them on Facebook. She has since blocked me. So I can't see pictures of my child when they were newborns, right? So it kind of is what it is. However, at the same time, like we've grown in our separation, and like she has unblocked me, so I can see all of those posts now. But she posted those. She took all those away because she blocked me. I couldn't see them. I don't necessarily know where I was going with it, but what I'm saying is like she has her own agenda on Facebook. We're separated, bro. Like she started her own family, I started my own. Like it kind of is what it is. You're not gonna hurt me by taking those images and posting them on TikTok. I am absolutely proud of my child. I posted a lot of things publicly on Facebook about my child. I'm not ashamed of that.
Didn't he call your youngest child a slut?
He did.
And how old is she right now?
She is 12. She's turning 13.
Your youngest is 12?
Yeah. No, my oldest.
I thought
the
he was.
the one he's talking about, the one that he posted a picture of, is 12.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was. Still, either way, he called your daughter a slut. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The picture he posted. The picture he posted though, she was like 4.
Yeah. So he called the 4-year-old
a slut.
A slut.
But Joe Campbell.
Campbell.
You guys can get fucked with a broomstick, but I
For
would
real.
also
You're fucked with the broomstick. You pretty much exonerated anything Joe's ever done because you're not actually outraged that whatever he did. You just didn't like it.
realistically, that's fine. Like if you want to support John,
Cool.
cool. But you're showing who you are.
Don't spare me the outrage of anything Joe Campbell anymore at all. At all.
If you support anything Joe does, I said Joe. If you support anything that John has said or done on TikTok, don't even talk to me about Joe Campbell. First of all, you can go fuck yourself. Like you can go fuck yourself, or I'll fuck you with a broomstick, whatever you want. Like like I will meet you somewhere and I will penetrate you with a fucking broomstick if that's what you really want. Or I'll just be the broomstick. Like I'll fist the fuck out of you.
See, there you go. There you go.
Right?
You retards.
Fuck, I said something they're gonna clip.
I know.
But I'm being serious. Like, you don't have to support everything your friends do. You don't have to do that. However, not a single one of my fucking friends have ever said that they were gonna rape a fucking 14-year-old child. You guys can
not even Joe Campbell.
Not even Joe Campbell. Can you imagine? Not even Joe Campbell did that. Joe Campbell's the worst.
Oh, but they're still saying, "Oh, he got charged with this and that." I'm like, if you just take one look at the registry and type in his name, he is not in the fucking registry because you know why? He wasn't found guilty.
Wasn't found guilty.
And you can't expunge that on your record. You can't expunge shit like that off your record, people.
No, you can't.
But hey, what do I know? What do we know? Fuck it. Joe Campbell's the worst. Sorry, Joe. You're the worst.
Joe Campbell is the worst.
Cat and Tex are the leaders, and they have their minions. They've figured it all out. We're there to take down the AFF. We are on a secret mission from the Russian government to take down the AFF.
We're paid by George Soros. Not only that.
That's not familiar, Misfit Mafia.
Not only that. If you guys would like, I will send you the link to the Discord.
Yes.
I'll send you a link to the Discord. You guys can come in. You guys can see everything that we said.
Yep.
Past, present, future.
I'll put my paycheck out tomorrow, bro. Thanks, George Soros. Thanks, George Soros.
I don't know. A lot of what I said and what I have been saying places me on a moral high ground. Right? I'm not trying to do that.
I don't ever say that.
I'm not trying
to be the good guy either.
Yeah, yep. I'm not trying to do that. I don't think necessarily that I have a moral high ground. I would never claim that. I've done some shitty things. I've done some shitty things, said some shitty things, done all that. Been there, done that. What I've never done is post pictures of people's children to TikTok and talked about raping 14-year-olds. I've never done that. So you can claim that I'm a bad guy, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Of course you should post whatever evidence you have.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was on my phone. I should be on my phone. So if we get a 7-minute recap by, our fans.
Our fans.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. But I don't have a microphone that I can't go into.
Kind of is what it is.
Yeah. We're going to get a lot of good sound clips tonight, though. Hopefully.
True. Speaking of which, Craig was on live just a little bit ago, and I was watching some of it. He is no longer with Grace. They broke up.
Sad.
It's very sad.
Well, he can pray.
He's going to pray about it, I'm sure. However, I am not shocked nor surprised by that because over the past couple of days or weeks or whatever, he's been literally making videos or going in lives talking about how he isn't going to marry her because they are so different in age and they have different views, different paths. He just wants what's best for her. So they broke up.
Well, the Dr. Pepper got stale. You just got to go with the fresher Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper got stale.
Maybe just try a Sprite. I don't know.
I mean, and if Dr. Pepper's not working, go for the Coors.
Go with the Coors. Sorry, Craig. Sorry you're going through a bad breakup.
Yeah. Sorry.
Prayers up to you, bro.
Prayers up to you.
And your brave leader and Austin Foreman. You're the general.
He told me. That's what cracks me up or kills me every single time. He was like, Charles, I know you're a good guy. I can see it in you. And that's why I'm talking to you in text. I know that you're a good guy, Charles. You're not a bitter woman, and you're not a six titty having bitch. But what I am saying is, I don't want to be. Oops. He said, I don't want to be in the drama anymore. I don't want to be in the drama anymore.
Then
I want to help people on this app.
Then do it, Craig.
That's what I told him. I was like, Craig, the only person that can do that is you, bro. Like you do realize that, right? Like the only person that can do that is you. I am under the assumption or under the opinion that if you don't have anything to defend, you're not guilty of anything. So if you're running around constantly defending yourself in a situation where you took advantage of a woman, like Craig has, you're probably guilty, bro. You're probably guilty. Because you're consistently defending yourself. It's weird. It's weird.
I mean, it's weird that you call yourself the AFAF family over one man. We're the Austin fucking Foreman family.
True.
You realize that when you're like, yo, you libtards are in the cult. But you're like, we're AFF family here over one guy that plays music.
Yeah.
One guy that plays music. What?
Not even good music. I'm sorry, but
I mean, you might as well just submit your allegiance to Trapped at this point.
True. I cannot listen to Austin's music. I can't do it.
Well, AI writes it better for him. I wrote Austin Foreman a song, and AI did it better.
Yeah, that's true.
You have that one, don't you?
Yeah.
Play that one. Play the AFF song.
Wait, do I have it? I don't know if I do.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know if I do, but I'll play it.
Hang on, let me send it if I need to. Hey, Austin. Wait, okay.
Nobody's sticking around at this point. They don't care.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to send it to you. Do the area. Yeah. It's Gen Xers on my. Yeah, you have a staff that are.
Oh yeah, I don't have that one uploaded, but I'll upload it.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Send it to me because it's good.
My other thing is they have staff. When they had the whole falling out at one point, they're all coming back together though. I'm leaving AFF staff. Y'all have staff?
Yeah. Staff?
And how old are y'all? They got to be 45, 50 years old. Boomers and Gen Xers. I'm leaving AFF staff.
I mean,
what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all doing besides being on TikTok saying you're AFF?
Even Craig made a video where he's like, I'm not the general of AFF. I'm not.
What does the general do? Has he ever answered that? What's the general do in the AFF family?
I wish I knew, but I don't think that was ever explained.
Do they go out in the streets and be like, hi, my name is Craig, the general of AFF? And they're like, oh my God, what? You're the general of AFF? Oh my God.
Could you imagine putting that on like
your resume? I'm AFF staff. We'll say it's Austin fucking Foreman.
I'm staff of AFF.
You get it?
Oh. Yeah, I got it. I emailed it to myself. Uploading it. Well, downloading it. Sorry.
This is probably a good song to end the link or end the show on.
Yeah, we can make that
And
happen.
then play the outro after that.
Export.
I hope we get a lot of clips and recaps.
Most likely, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if we will? We might.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure we will. Hopefully, Army Sam did too. Like, hi, Army Sam, if you're watching.
Fuck Army Sam.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you lost your friends. No, I'm not really
Media.
sorry. You're a fucking liar and a cunt. Go fuck yourself.
Bro, you can't say stuff like that.
Get fucked with a broomstick, Army Sam. Show that.
Is this the one? Let me see. All right, it's uploading.
Sweet. I mean, I'll give Army Sam more sound bites. Like, you're a piece of shit. And you use your friend for sympathy. You're a piece of shit.
Facts.
I was a better friend to Mel than you were.
Not to mention she stole money from that.
Yeah.
So
And you know what's funny is that when she came out with this shit, she's like, I only mentioned one name. It was Kat. And then went up to her, I'm like, well, there's troll accounts saying there's multiple people that did it. So you better fucking speak up. Come to find out, she was part of the troll accounts.
yeah,
And then we're mentioning me.
I don't know. I've never been able to piece it together on who's guilty and who's not. All right, it's uploaded. You ready for me to show it?
Show it.
I'm Austin fucking Foreman. So pledge your allegiance to the AFF. I got boomers and Gen Xers on my staff, and they'll eat your ass. I mean, kick your ass. I like Dr. Pepper. Sometimes it tastes like shit. Then it's time to switch to a new one, if you catch my drift. If you talk trash to me on TikTok, that means I'm your dad. I might leave you for my music, just don't be sad. I'm Austin fucking Foreman. So pledge your allegiance to the AFF. I got boomers and Gen Xers on my staff, and they'll eat your ass. I mean, kick your ass. I'm the leader, Craig the General, by my side. Conservatives worship me and they show their pride, putting AFF in their bio, username, last name, that's all she wrote. Little do they know, I forgot to even vote. I'm Austin fucking Foreman. So pledge your allegiance to the AFF. I got boomers and Gen Xers on my staff, and they'll eat your ass. I mean, kick your ass. I'm Austin fucking Foreman. AFF Hail hit. Oh shit. Hail Austin. You wanna be my new Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, you're right. Probably.
Probably. Yeah. All right.
That's good. That's a good way to end it.
That's good. All right. Well,
We provide plenty of sound clips, so this is going to be probably the most replayed podcast we've done so far.
maybe. We'll see.
Go fuck yourselves. Especially you, Army Sam.
Go fuck all of yourselves, you retards.
Faggots.
Faggots. Don't talk shit about my Jose Echoes.
Know that this is goated. Ain't